Welcome to JohnG TV. Woo-wee. We are here today with the Elektron Digitakt. Yes, the Digitakt. Tak meaning beat in Swedish, if I'm not mistaken. And Digi mean digital. The digital beat by Elektron. I welcome you. If this is your first time stumbling upon this channel, then you found yourself here. This is JohnG TV. I am John G, and I welcome you. Now, for all those new to the channel, let me first say this. This is not for your cell phones. This is not for your laptops or your tablets. You're going to have to put your headphones on. Your hi-fi deck. Because this here is like that. Now what we're going to do is I'm going to just give my dissertation, my review on this Elektron Digitakt sample, what they call it? The sample station? No, what they call it, the powerhouse. Yeah, the beat making, here it is. Digitakt, the beat making powerhouse. Can I get a close up, please? Can I get a close up, Mr. Demir? Focus, man. I'm getting trolled right now by the focus. Not a problem. Y'all can read. Y'all got the manual. If you don't, just take my word for it. Beat making powerhouse. All right, so check it out. Let me just always, as always, be transparent. I am completely new to Elektron. I've never owned any Elektron gear. This is my very first piece. It was gear that I basically looked at as something that I would aspire to get to. I was joking around because with my buddy that, with a friend of mine that basically I would treat the Elektron like gear that I would get after I made money off of the gear that I already had, because they want so much for it. They want, $1,000 on everything. So I'm like, all right, not a lot of people have them, because I think it's a little bit of a niche market because of the price point. And there's this resonance of it being such a learning curve before you can have fun. But with that being said, that's just letting you know who I am, that I looked at it as gear that I would get down the line. So when this came out, I saw like, $600. I mean, if y'all know me by now, for y'all that don't know me, I'm cheap. Everything I got is, all the low budget stuff. So, $600. But it's Elektron, so I'm like, let me take a chance on this. I'm mad because now that I'm more into Elektron, it seems to be that people are really big up in the original, that gray box, the Mark II or whatever it's called, the sample drum machine. And Sweetwater had it for like $500 at one point before they completely discontinued it. And I would have got it if I'd have really known what I was getting. But to be honest with you, it didn't look good. It didn't look like something that I'm like, when you look at it, like, nah. But now that I'm hearing people talk about it, now that I know more about what it is, I'm like, man, this is, ridiculous. Because what they've done is taken Korg's automation motion sequence and kind of upped it. They kind of up Korg by letting you do trigs and letting you do just at one particular point have a crazy amount of tools or options that you can do on one particular point. So that is like, to me, trigs would probably be, if not the #1 selling point, is definitely at the top of the list as to why you buy this box, because of the trigs. It's a tool that not every sample box has. Now, I'm not saying that I've used all of them in the past, because I heard somebody say the MC909 does some of this stuff. I'm pretty certain it doesn't do trigs and all of that, but again, I've never touched it or used it, so I can't say. So if those that know, comment if you do have both. But I'm willing to bet that it can't do what this can do per se. Initially, I thought my core sampler, Justine, as I call her. I haven't showed that to y'all yet, but you know, the old sampler, not the keyboard joint, but the old with the tubes. Man, I wish. Another topic. I ain't gonna go there, but anyways, I thought that was my MPC or whatever. That was my favorite joint. I didn't think this was gonna be able to touch that. But yeah, this box right here, pretty dope. Now let me just start with what it is that I don't like, the things that I really ain't feeling. It's kind of a lot that I want to say about it, but right off, I'm gonna just say this: pads. This device doesn't have soul. Now let me explain what I mean by that. These buttons, they are alright, but they don't. I've come because of this device. I've developed this thought that, or I've come to this epiphany or whatever, that pads, right? The padding makes the device have soul, and I feel like I can connect with it, and like actually play and get into the groove and a feel. These don't have that. It's real clicky, and somehow I'm kind of disconnected from the actual playing. When I go to play that part or whatever, I'm kind of disconnected. However, it doesn't last long, because as soon as you hear what you've just done, you get lost into that, and then you start getting into more of the performance aspect of it in terms of turning the knobs and how you program. Okay, programming. If you are someone that loves to program, this is be a beautiful box for you, because in terms of programming, this is like out of sight. You can do something so dramatic in just a 1-bar loop, 16 steps. You don't even need the 64 steps. It's so much you can do in 16 steps to make it have motion. It's ridiculous. But yeah, the padding. I just feel like if it had pads, like, you know, as opposed to this, whatever this material is, these keyboard style keys, if it had actual pads, I feel like I would be more connected with the device. And I think that's an Elektron thing, because everything else except for the rhythm has these pads, these little, you know, things or whatever. And like I said, I kind of feel disconnected when I'm playing. But it has the tool, your tool set that you have in your chest that you have tools in. However, I'm getting lost in my word, but the tool that you have in this chest is ridiculous. You got a full synthesis. And again, with the trigs, you got effects with delay and reverb that are both nice. You got overdrive with the amp. I don't know, man. I mean, I really can't, in terms of functionality,